Hey everyone, welcome back to another video, and today I have managed to just raise my iRating enough to compete in my first ever top split race, and even better than that, I'll be racing alongside one of my best friends. So here we go then, without further ado, into the race. So here we are, on my first race in the Ferrari Challenge. I'm P1, closely followed behind by P2, but you see as we come into this corner, we get a bit of understeer, a bit wide, we try to steer onto the track, we end up coming across and making contact with P2, and in the end that did put him back 3 places, so he dropped to P5 I believe, and I apologise a lot. You may be able to see there in the top chat and even after the race, but he wasn't having any of it. In the end I did go on to win the race. Even though it was controversial, it was an accident, so I have to take it. Anyway, go into our feature race here. It's 15 minutes long, qualified 7th out of 16, the top split race, in a strength of field of 1,900. So let's get straight into it here. I'm out of my depth here, most likely. I was seeded 9th, qualified 7th, and we get a good start in comparison to the car behind. As the lights go green and we're heading down the main straight, I'm able to pull out wide, maybe get a good racing line here. Then I look to the inside, brake a bit early, and there's a little gap there, but I don't go for it because, as you saw, it did get closed off as the Marlboro car gets pushed wide there. That is Todd Old, and he's going down the inside. It's a little fight here. I think about looking down the inside, but then I remember back to my GT3 race here where that all went wrong at that corner, looking for a move down the inside. But for now, we'll settle down in P6, I believe, as the pink car behind us was the previous P6. And we'll settle here for now. As we head up the squiggly uphill straight. Not much time splitting the top, 5 here, other than the leader being quite far out. We go into this difficult quick left-hander. We head up the hill. The car in front is a little bit slow, and we're onto the back of him. He goes even wide there, and we nearly go for the move, but just the way you go through that corner, just can't get the speed to get down the inside there. But we'll just sit behind the number 6 car of Todd Old here as we head up the straight. And throughout this race, you may see a dark grey and black car with gold Fanatec on the side. Up ahead, he's in P3. That is my friend. But yeah, he's in P3. He's had an outstanding job. He's got 2.8 KI rating. So yeah. Anyway, as we head into the final corner of the lap, we've got a good run on Todd here. But I get a bit wide and I just have to release off the throttle just so that I don't get on the grass. And that's lost us a bit of time there. Not enough to allow us to make a move here, but we shape to the inside, trying to scare him off. We don't actually plan for a move, but as you see, he goes wide, so we look for it, but then he cuts back across. I have to get off the accelerator so that we don't make contact there. And that was the closest I'd been to a car. So now the pink and turquoise car behind of Paolo Piovani is getting close. Behind him, we've got a big gap of 3.2 seconds. So it's just us 3 cars in a 3-horse race here. And as you'll see later, it does get a little bit dirty. But now Paolo has a run on us. He looks for the move. I'm going to kind of sit in the middle of the track so he has nowhere to go. And in the end, he thinks better of it and does back out. And just in the rearview mirror, you see him get on the grass there. Makes him lose quite a bit of time. 6/10 to be exact. And now he's dropped a little behind. But I've also dropped behind the car ahead as he goes wide again. Although I think that might be his intentional line. Not quite sure. But he gets through. So here we are then, a replay of lap 1. And it's mostly clean racing. So you see there, I am in the white monster livery car. Heading down the main straight. We look for a move down the inside. Don't end up going for it. And you can see all the cars tussling behind us. That pink car gets quite close. And then into this corner, the 2 wide ahead maybe gives us an opportunity, but we don't want to risk it at this point of the race. So we just sit behind in P6. Now coming around these interconnected corners here and heading up the straight, you can see there the leader has already made quite a big gap on P2 and P3. Yep, that's a good view there of it. And in the end, he just drove off into the distance, and you most likely wouldn't see him again in the race. Now through the quick left-hander, down the hill, then back up into the double apex hairpin and down the back straight. And you'll see here in this camera here, there's that car. I believe that was Blake Gallen. He has 2 KI rating. It was very fast. He'd made 5-6 positions, but just made a mistake, or the car had made a mistake or something. But yeah, so here we are, lap 4, in P6. We still got the car behind, so we've lost time to Todd ahead. He has pulled away from us, even though I thought I did have more pace than him. But his fastest lap time is 5/10 quicker, as you'll see on the left-hand side there. But here we are, the pink car makes a dive. We turn in and we get contact, and we're off the grass. We keep it safe rejoin, but we've lost 2 positions. One, because of the back marker. Lost 1 position to that car and another to this dive bomb. But you see here, just watch how far back he is when he makes this move. Yes, there's maybe an option, but there's no way you go for this. He's coming across the start-finish line. He's, that's a 5-car gap behind. 5 cars behind. He just sends it from miles back. I didn't expect it. I did turn in there. I couldn't quite see him though. He was in my blind spot. But I just think that dive is just unacceptable. It's not fair. It's a bit dirty, but what else can we do? So here we are from his perspective. He does look closer from this view, but I just don't think there's ever a move there. And he does lock up, but that's what happens when you go for a move like that. You try to brake late, chances are you are going to lock up. Now we take it from this view, and yeah, so I was a bit annoyed, but I'm still in the P8. I'm still gaining iRating, which was the main thing from this race in a top split. So we are lap 5, then you'll see up ahead who's come around the back marker, just gets it all wrong, and he decides to go on a mowing trip across the grass. And when I was in the cockpit there, I actually thought he got quite close to clipping me, but in the replay you'll see he wasn't. So anyway, here's the replay from his gyro of what happened. And I just think he brakes too late. He tries to carry way too much speed into that corner, and then he goes for a little trip across the grass. And as you'll see here, he doesn't even get really close to us, but in the cockpit it just seemed a lot closer than what it actually was. Now we rejoin on lap 8. We're still in P8 as we round this corner, still chasing after that black car ahead. And then here you'll see the pink and green car is off in the grass. And that is the car that did make a dive bomb on us. And all I could think about right now was, because I was on call with my friend, I was just laughing and saying how much that was karma. Karma. So here we are. Here's a replay of what actually happened to him then. As he comes into the tight left-hander here. And he takes it too tight, gets 2 wheels on the grass, and then he just can't stop it. These cars are terrible in the grass. And there's the black car, and then there's us. Kudos to him though for, rejoining safely, even if he was a bit frustrated. But yeah, that's just karma in my opinion. Now, lap 9, rounded the final corner onto the main straight. We're in P7. We're also going to finish in P7. And for my first ever top split race, I was happy with this. Very happy. Since I was seated way down the order. And I finished 7th. But here I just wanted to quickly show you a replay of Blake Gallen's dominance from the start. So he is in the black and metallic blue car there, number 4. And we'll just count how many positions he makes up here. So he's down the inside of the car that was behind him. And then there's past the yellow car, so that's 1 position. Then he just picks off the other cars like they're nothing. Here, down the inside of that Golf-looking car. Then the other orange and blue car there. Just has so much more pace and more confidence on the brakes. So that already is 3 positions. And then here, he's chasing after the black car. He's got a massive run on him. He's going to get him here down the back straight. Or one of the back straights. Or maybe he won't, but it looked like he was very close. Then up the hill, he keeps his foot on the gas. Still gaining. into the quick left-hander here. So keep in mind he's gained 3 positions already. And then he goes for a move here. Up on the curb. And he's got him. And then, just a bit of tap from behind from that black car. Spins him round. And that was him drop back down the order. So here we are, the race results. Started 7th, finished 7th.